When people started comparing Google Antigravity to Cursor, I thought the winner would be obvious. Honestly, Cursor has been dominating the AI coding conversation for months. Developers love it, startup founders love it, even people who barely know how to code are building things with it. So when I heard about Google Antigravity, I expected another AI project that would get some attention for a few weeks and disappear. I was wrong, and that's why this comparison surprised me. The first thing I did was use both tools on the same project. Nothing fancy, just a real project with the real tasks. Building pages, fixing bugs, changing features, the kind of work most people actually do. Cursor felt familiar immediately, and that's probably its biggest strength. You open it, start working, and it feels like AI is sitting inside your code editor helping you move faster. The workflow is smooth, the suggestions are fast, and honestly, it's easy to understand why so many developers use it. Then I switched to Google Antigravity. And this is where things got interesting. Instead of feeling like an AI assistant, it felt more like an AI builder. That's the best way I can describe it. Cursor helps you write code. Google Antigravity feels like it wants to help you create entire products. That's a very different experience. The more I tested both, the clearer the difference became. Cursor is incredible when you already know what you're building. You have a plan, you have a project, you need speed. Cursor shines there. But Google Antigravity felt stronger when I was exploring ideas, trying different directions, building things from rough concepts, experimenting. And honestly, that's what shocked me because I expected a coding comparison. What I found was a workflow comparison. One tool helps you execute, the other helps you create. Now let's talk about who should use what. If you're a developer, technical founder, freelancer, or someone spending hours inside code every day, Cursor is still incredibly hard to beat. The workflow is mature. The productivity gains are real. But if you're a business owner, startup founder, creator, or someone trying to turn ideas into products quickly, Google Antigravity becomes much more interesting, especially if you care more about outcomes than code. And that's where my opinion changed. The winner wasn't the smartest AI, the winner was the tool that solved the bigger problem. So, who won? For serious coding and development work, I'd still lean toward Cursor. But for building, experimenting, and moving from idea to product faster, Google Antigravity surprised me more than I expected. And honestly, that's probably the biggest compliment I can give it. Thanks for watching. Catch you in the next one.